When is it not the right time to have healthier soils, cleaner water, and more rapidly composting waste? I'm Jennifer with NatureSolve, and if you haven't started using your SoilMix or WaterMix already this year, it's time to get started. Let me tell you why. First off, the weather is getting warmer. If you're not already in a temperate or hot climate, if you're not in a humid zone, then right now things are just starting to warm up. And as that soil gets warm and as you put your seeds and your starts in the ground, you want to get that microbiology going and get all of the benefits for as long into the growth cycle as possible. When treating, you want to be treating into the soil, as close to the plant as you can get, and into the area where the roots are going to grow. Pay attention to the type of plant you're doing and you'll be able to use your product more efficiently. If you're using drip systems, if you're using pivot systems, a Venturi pump, there's all kinds of ways to inject that 3 to 6 ounces per acre 3 to 6 times a year. If you're not using advanced watering systems, then you can also use hose end sprayers, backpack sprayers, hand sprayers, or even just a regular old watering can. So, regardless of how you put your soil mix in the water, it's time to get started for those seedlings. It's time to get started for those starts. If you're using WaterMix, the reason that we want to get started now is similar. Things are starting to warm up. Nutrient runoff from things like chemical fertilizers are starting to get into the waterways, and we want to do what we can to combat those nutrients early on in the season. We want to keep those waterways clear. We want to keep the odors down, and we want to have as healthy of a season as we can between our soil and our water. In our waste cycles, we also want to be throwing in our soil mix or our water mix into those compost bins. I like to just throw mine in at the end of using it for my general yard or on watering my plants. I just throw in what's left of the mix that I already have. But you can also just mix, an ounce or so into, I would say, a few gallons of water if you have a big pile, or just put a teaspoon into a watering can and go throw it out there if you have a home compost pile. That's going to speed up that process of the organic waste composting. It's also going to eliminate or drastically decrease the odors there, which also helps to get rid of flies. So this is a couple of ways to use our soil mix and our water mix early on in the season, but there's no bad time to start. Unless it's frozen, you want to get that soil going and get all of the benefits you possibly can from using bacteria and fungi in your processes. I'm Jennifer, and thanks for listening. Hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.